Although in this race, only one boat will get a medal. So they're racing for gold.
Exactly. So when there is only 2 or 3 boats in these A finals, the rule is you have to beat someone to get a medal. So although you could finish in the top 3, if there isn't that 4th boat to beat, unfortunately, like we saw with Canada 2 days ago, they came 2nd in 2 races out of 2 boats. Unfortunately, didn't get the silver medal.
But, I mean, you don't have to tell anyone how many people were in the race. All you have to say is, I came 2nd.
I've used that one a couple times as well. As you see, Japan in lane 1 in this PR3 men's pair. Italy in 2. Igor Zappa in the stroke. Luca Conti in the bow. For Japan, it's Yuta Sakaguchi in the stroke seat and Toshihiro Nishioka in the bow. As we are moments away for kicking off the first race of this afternoon session. In for 6
Japan.
A finals.
Italy.
Countless of medals.
Attention. Red light.
With the electronic beep, the race kicks off with Italy coming out to a quick start here.
Rate of 46 strokes per minute, and Japan has rate of 36.
In the preliminaries on Tuesday, Italy won this race with a time of 8 minutes and 26 seconds. Japan 9 minutes and 5 seconds. So about 40 seconds difference in the preliminary race earlier this week. Now would be a good time to mention Tuesday was the worst conditions we've seen all week. So I expect the times to be quite a lot better than that 8 minutes and 26 second mark set by the Italians on Tuesday. As you see the difference between stroke rate, 38 to 39 for Italy, 35 for Japan. And Yana, just talk about quickly, why is it so important to get off to a quick start as we see the difference between these 2 boats?
Well, yeah, so during your start, you usually do a piece, and then it is really important to settle in, but you do want to get that fast jump and get ahead as soon as you can. Normally, you can't count a boat out even if they are behind. Even for most of the race, we've had a few races today where the underdog just came through and won that race, but you can see Italy had a very fast start, very good starting piece, and that helped them get out ahead in front of Japan right now. But Japan's still steadily moving, both at a rate of 34 and 35, very close in rate, but Italy is kind of making that gap between Japan a little larger, trying to pull away. And they're just past the 500-meter mark.
Yeah, close stroke rate between the 2 boats, but Italy got off to a quick start there. Now 36 meters in front of the Japanese boat. Luca Conti in the bow for Italy has plenty of experience. He was a part of the PR3 mixed 4 and the PR3 double scull boats earlier this year in the European Championships. Will now join forces with Igor Zappa in the stroke seat as they look to capture gold and the title of world champions. And then for Japan, Toshihiro Nishioka has Paralympic Games experience in the mixed 4. So again, both high-level experience athletes between the two boats. 50 meters difference now between them. And you can see a little bit of a different speed between the two. Italy has just a little bit higher of a stroke rate, 34 strokes per minute as they cross the halfway marker. Also with that, they're moving at a little bit of a faster speed at 4.5 meters per second, which is why we see this lead growing for them, as it is now 13.5 seconds in front of the Japanese boat. Now beside the Henley Island on the course to the right of these rowers. That's where athletes will be and coaches will be supporting them. That'll last until about the 1,500 meter marker, where the island will end. And then as well, the trees in the background there will end and the water will open up a bit, which is why we see this favorable lane kind of away from lanes number 1 and further closer to that tree line as you see at the top of your screen.
You can see there's so much power in every stroke. If you look at the puddles, you can see how far they get pushed forward past the stern of the boat. That's what you want to see. That's what you focus on during training. At least that's what our coaches would tell us, is really focus on how large your puddles are. You want your puddle to be bigger than your teammates, and you just want to keep trying to push harder and have a more powerful stroke each time. And yeah, just propelling the boat towards the finish line, towards your end goal. You can see how in time these rowers are. Japan and Italy, both amazing technique. Even though Japan had a little bit of a slow start, they're still going down the course at 34 strokes per minute, which is not a bad rate. We've seen way slower in rate today. The one was 29 strokes per minute, which is a very, very slow race pace.
Japan increasing their speed now up to almost 5 meters per second. They were below 4 there for a few hundred meters, and you can see the gap increased to 90 meters between the Italians and the Japanese, as it looks like coming in the last 250 meters or so, Italy will win gold here in St. Catharines, Canada, claiming the title of world champions. As we hear the fans coming from Italy, welcome them back to the finish line in the grandstand here in the Martindale Pond. The experience of Luca Conti in the European Championships PR3 Mixed 4 and the PR3 Double Scull paying off as himself and Igor Zappa cross the finish line. World champions, the gold medal for Italy. Let the celebration start. Italy wins their first gold medal here at the 2024 World Championships, increasing their total now to 9, leading all nations. Japan second place with a time of 7 minutes and 57 seconds.
You can see how tired and how much energy they put into that race. They definitely left it all on the course there.
Both boats 30 seconds faster than the preliminary time. With Italy almost beating their prelim time by a minute, just 3 seconds off of that. So you can definitely tell the course has gotten faster as this week has continued. The fastest times, of course, we saw were on Sunday, as we saw one world's best time be broken by the Italian in the men's lightweight single sculls, as we'll see that after the women's lightweight single sculls, which is the next event.